One of the biggest challenges when moving from ProShow to Photopia is learning the new interface layout. Nearly everything from ProShow is still here, plus several extras. In this video, we'll go over everything that used to be in the ProShow Slide Options window and where they're located in Photopia. In ProShow, in order to make any adjustments to your slides, you had to open the Slide Options window. This was a secondary window that floated over the main user interface, pretty much blocking the main preview window. In Photopia, everything that was in the Slide Options window is always accessible to you in either the navigation panel on the left or the Options panel on the right, without ever blocking the main preview window. 3 of the 4 tabs in the top left portion of the ProShow Slide Options window are still here in the top left portion of the navigation panel in Photopia. When you click on one of these tabs, the Options panel for that tab will open in the Options panel on the right side. If you ever want to move these 2 panels right next to each other, you can always go up to View and uncheck Center the Main Preview. All of the options for the slide settings that were in ProShow are still here in Photopia, including renaming your slide, notes for your slide, flagging your slide, slide timing, including locking it to prevent changes, transition choices and timing, but in Photopia, they show you both transitions in and out, as well as the transition already applied, and you also have the ability to choose a different transition from here. You also get your watermark settings and the ability to completely reset your slide. The Slide Style tab still shows you all of your styles and their categories, including the number of layers and captions used in each style, and the ability to filter which styles you see based on the number of layers or captions and aspect ratio. In Photopia, you can also sort your slide styles by orientation used. You can favorite your styles by clicking on the star icon. You can search through all of your styles easily by using the search bar. And you can minimize your categories list so that you're only seeing the slide styles. This window is one of the places where eliminating the floating slide options window really shines. Instead of previewing your slide style in this little window inside the slide options window in ProShow, Photopia uses the main playback window for your slide style previews. The Slide Sound tab still has the same options that ProShow did, but you won't see those options if you don't have a sound file attached to the slide. As soon as you add a sound file, the track information, sound timing, custom sound settings, and soundtrack during sound settings appear. You also have access to your soundtrack and master audio settings in these tabs up at the top. The Background tab is found in the Show tab in Photopia, since it's a global background for your entire show. You can also access your show background by clicking on the background layer in any slide. The layer list is very similar in both programs, but in Photopia, you can easily add new layers or apply effects and new features using the icons at the top of the layer list. The layer settings for both image and text layers work in the same way. When you click on an image or text layer in the Layers tab, the options for that layer will appear in the Options panel. The Layer and Adjustments tab are just what you'd expect them to be from ProShow, but you'll find some fun extras in Photopia, such as adding a shape to a layer in the Layer tab, and some new adjustments that didn't exist in ProShow, such as skew, gamma adjustments under color adjustments, new adjustments for outline, including adjusting its opacity and adding a texture, and for shadows, you can now adjust its offset or position, as well as its blur and opacity. For director users, you also have new compositing modes, which are similar to those found in Photoshop, extract color channel, and multiply adjustments. The last 2 tabs are similar to ProShow tabs, but their names have changed. Instead of an Effects tab, you now have an Animations tab that includes more attributes that you can animate in Photopia, including the outline and shadow on a layer. Clicking on the Animations tab in Photopia also gives you a secondary, larger keyframe timeline right under the main preview window. When you have a keyframe selected, you can use these animation tools to move, rotate, skew, and tilt your layer right in the preview window. Zooming your layer in and out is done with your mouse wheel. If seeing all of these tools all at once is a little confusing, you can choose which of these tools are enabled or disabled simply by clicking on them. The Filters tab is now the Effects tab, where you can add fly-ins, fly-outs, behaviors, those were called normal in ProShow, image filters, and for director users, the follow filter. There is no secondary text settings or text effects tabs because the text settings tab simply becomes active when you click on a text layer versus an image layer. And the text effects tab, which is where you would have added keyframes to a text layer in ProShow, is treated exactly the same as images, so you'll use the Animations tab. Photopia's interface puts all of your tools right in front of you, giving you greater visibility of the large playback window while giving you control over the interface space and layout by providing collapsible panels and the ability to arrange those panels and playback preview to accommodate your particular workflow.